And we're back again, ladies and gentlemen. And if I remember correctly, the foes were on their way to deliver the goods and to claim their reward. So let's see what happens. So you managed to get away from your pursuer. You gave him the old door in the face. Who would have thought that was his weakness? And yes, you managed to get to your rendezvous point, or your hiding spot. I believe it was like a back alley basketball court somewhere in the fence, right?
Indeed.
Well, just as we are about to arrive, I'll put the hood back on.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And actually, I'll even hide the mask.
Ramsey, quickly, make a map. No.
No, I'm not gonna make a map.
Quick! Photograph our mad mage.
Anyway, guys, I want to know how are you gonna do this? You're there at the basketball court. It's late at night. What do you do?
All right, so we transferred the case out of the getaway vehicle.
No. Let's do this in the right order. First, perimeter sweep. Then call the boss. Then put the box out of the package.
No, I get that, but did we transfer vehicles already, or
Yes, we did.
Okay, then yeah, I reach out with my mind everywhere around us, and I look over at every day. Good day, spider, scrapper, paradox, perimeter. Now, as I close my eyes and reach out with my mind, trying to.
Okay,
see
guys, I
anyone...
worded this wrong because the viewers at home don't know this, but Dries has to go very shortly. So just describe what you're doing. You don't need to roleplay it out.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Alright.
Remote sensing.
Perimeter
all around.
sweep,
Okay.
and then calling the big boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The scrapper will stay near the loot to make sure that nobody nabs it.
And you're not gonna
everybody's
bring it
doing
out
perimeter
until
sweep.
they arrive. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, a very friendly and cheerful woman answers the phone when you call the number. And what do you tell her? She basically just goes hello and she doesn't say anything else.
We have the package ready for pickup.
Okay, where are you right now?
Basketball court. This side of town.
Designated coordinates.
Yeah, you give her the address and says all right, we'll be right there, and she just hangs up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sensing around for them, and as soon as they get here, I'm gonna, tell everybody to get ready.
Okay. Let's say about 7-ish minutes later, a big truck pulls up, and on the side there's like a logo on it, and it says, excuse me, it says Royal Transports, and it has like a crown hanging above the logo.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
And yes. And the truck pulls up, and from the passenger side of the truck, a door opens, and a man gets out of it, and he walks towards you. He is a tall, athletic gentleman with black hair that has been slicked back, and he has a curly mustache. He's wearing a modern-looking black Kevlar bodysuit, and he has a pretty. I already said he was athletic. Never mind. Anyway, he walks towards you, and he looks and he says, "Bonsoir. Do you have the goods?" Oh, whoops.
And then I open up the truck, or the back of the truck.
I might actually want to use my remote sensing to see what's inside of the royal whatever that thing's trunk thing. Where is just
there are some people inside.
curiosity.
That's it. One of them is a very large, very fat man.
Do we know the fat man? Oh, wait, yeah.
Should I roll something?
Yes, roll expertise criminal.
I trust everybody heard that.
You don't know him. But he seems, well, large. In any case, he like you show him the box, right?
Yes, we show him the box.
Yes. He like looks at the code on it and he says, bon travail, les gars. That is exactly what we were looking for. All right, you have kept your end of the bargain. And he like snaps his finger and he says, "Allons, les garçons, au travail!" And immediately the truck opens up and like some people walk out of it. They're all like dressed in black, and you notice like there's like a very large, very fat man there. You think he's like 8 foot tall or something, and he's also very fat, like I said, and bald. And those who have it may roll expertise, criminal or streetwise. Both are applicable.
Alright. Keep rolling. Streetwise, I had a street fight of 6.
Don't have any of those.
Yes.
Oh dear word. Hold on.
I know it's the kingpin, but I'm gonna roll anyway. 24.
Excellent.
Kingpin.
I can now talk quickly and listen briefly.
What's wrong? Something wrong with your thingy?
Yeah, every four. I can only hear every fourth syllable.
We
at
can hear you
times.
perfectly.
There we go.
Excellent.
Wow, actually everyone recognizes him. Oh, well, everybody that rolled, at least. Then again, except for Good Day, that is. Oh my god! That's heavyweight! He used to be, back in the 80s and 90s, he used to be one of the contenders. They were like the main star event in Circuit Maximus. You know, the big underground fighting ring for superpowered people. I think especially...
Stare in awe.
I think especially Scrapper would like immediately recognize him. Because you thought he was out of the business. You thought he quit after his mother died.
Well, I'll make a comment about that, going, I didn't think you were still in the business, sir. It's an honor to meet you.
And he walks, and he like slowly walks towards the crate, and he looks down at you and says, "What? Oh, I'm just in it for the money, you know. I don't do any fighting anymore these days. I'm just a big guy who carries things around, you know."
Of course, sir. I must say I'm a big fan of your earlier work.
Oh, and he looks like he's like in his early, late 40s or something. Mid to late 40s. And he said, "Look, yeah, I'm not really proud of those days, but thanks." And he just walks towards the crate and he like picks it up on his own. And carries it back towards the truck. And then, the music stopped. And then, meanwhile, the man, with the mustache, he walks back. He meanwhile has walked back to the truck, and he comes back at you carrying a black suitcase, and he sets it down. And he says, "There you go, just as we agreed. Here is the money. You may count it. I think you will find it is all there."
And I will try to check for the authenticity.
It's real money.
Yes, check.
I'm not going to check the money. What Mindblade is going to do is he's going to walk up to Heavyweight after, obviously, he sets the crate down.
Yes, he puts it in the truck.
What he's going to do is he's going to grin as he holds out his hand. "Very nice to meet a man of your caliber, Heavyweight. It is a genuine honor and pleasure."
"Thanks," and he like very gently and carefully shakes your hand.
I noticed that he does that, and I nod. "Thank you. I appreciate the gentleness, my good friend."
All right. And the man with the mustache continues talking. I think I think the king he will be very pleased with your work. If any time you want to do business with us again, here is our card. And he hands you basically a new card with again a QR image code on it, and on one side, and on the other side there's a phone number. If you want to come to do business with the Fables gang at the arcade, you just need to call that number, and they will tell you the latest security code. You know how it goes.
Okay.
It was a pleasure doing business with you, gentlemen. Now, if you will excuse me, and if you don't want to say anything more to him, he will leave.
No, the spider is just.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, actually, I forgot
Just
to
say
also
goodnight.
mention this, but you may also use expertise criminal, not streetwise this time, expertise criminal, if you want to recognize the Frenchman with the mustache.
Bon Voyage from The Incredible.
No. Oh, Good Day knows him. Richard, you don't want to roll?
To recognize who?
The Frenchman with the mustache.
Frenchman.
No, you don't know him. But Good Day, on the other hand, this is a very famous internationally wanted mercenary who goes by the name of Le Tueur. Yes, he's
You spell
actually,
that out in the chat.
he is especially very well known for stealing the royal blade, really the royal blade which belonged to the royal family from the African nation of Dakana, which is very highly advanced. So yes.
Nice.
He is an internationally wanted mercenary. If you took him out right now, you would get a lot of money.
I think he's a bit out of our league at the moment. Though.
Who knows?
I think it would not be professional.
Not to mention, there's the Kingpin right there. We can't really attack him now.
Anyway, he doesn't have any powers, but he's a very highly trained mercenary. He knows martial arts and what have you.
And anyway, I don't think we want to antagonize any criminals like this.
He seems to be very important since he's here to basically claim the goods in name of King Cole.
Yes, I think we will more. At least my character probably wants to strike at the capitalists and things like that.
Okay, but nobody wants to talk to Le Tueur?
No.
No
Nobody
questions
wants
or
to
anything?
talk to who?
Le Tueur, that's the name of the Frenchman.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of the king, I claim these crates.
Something like that.
So what does he do? He's a mercenary, but
He didn't do anything besides just ordering the men to claim the crates. And you notice the other man dressed in black, they're mostly just standing around the scene looking around. They're probably there for security. Heavyweights doing all the heavy lifting.
But I mean,
And he's just there to supervise, and he was to check the authenticity of the goods, and he then handed you the suitcase with the money, and for the rest, that's all he's doing there.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to know what his function is, you'll just have to ask him.
Do I know about Tuer's exploits?
Yes, you know he's an internationally wanted mercenary.
Yes?
Yes.
But do I know anything specific what he has done?
I already told you, he stole the royal blade of Dakana. That's his most famous exploit. He doesn't seem to be carrying it with him, though, because it's a very distinct and very regal-looking sword. By the way, does your character know French? Because I remember you knowing a lot of languages, but I can't remember which ones.
Actually, let's see. That might be... Yes, I do know French.
Well, there you go. If you want to ask him any questions, you can do it in his native tongue. Why not?
I might actually sort of follow him a little bit with my remote sensing, but I won't really doom.
So nobody wants to talk to him, right? Because then he'll just
Nope.
go. Okay.
He's not a heavyweight, so, you know.
No. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny that everybody's impressed by heavyweight, but Lutu, well, he's just a French guy.
With a mustache.
That's the problem, he's French.
Yeah.
Oh, and he has
you
piercing
don't get
blue
any
eyes. I got to
respect.
mention. Don't say that to his face. That's his pet peeve.
Blue eyes?
No, because he's just French.
You know, Mindblade has half a mind to say that in a whisper.
But
Really?
But you're just Chinese.
No, he's Japanese. Do you really whisper that?
No,
you can hear by the tone of his voice what he's thinking.
Anyway,
I
so
know.
if you don't say anything more to him, he just like nods at you and he turns around and he goes back into the truck and he just gestures to his men, "On y va!" And they all like hop back into the truck and they like close everything up and he gets into the driver's seat and the truck drives off.
So I do have a hearing ability also in my remote sensing.
Yes.
Do I hear anything interesting that he might say?
No,
In the...
he's not really
No.
saying anything after he got in. He's just like looking at his watch, checking his cell phone.
Okay. And
He still has a watch.
it looks like that. So it looks like to Kyrianox at least that we got the promised amount of money.
Oh yes. The money is all there.
excellent. And I will obviously grab the case and divvy up the money between everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Good work, gentlemen. Good work.
So it may be best to do that
Yeah.
at our hideout.
Because otherwise,
Yeah,
random
you know.
thugs might show
Oh,
up.
yeah.
You start
Random
waving money
thugs.
about.
The
Hey, we
random
don't know who you
thugs
are,
will take a shuriken to the everything if they try.
My
No,
loot!
the random
My
thugs
loot!
fighting themselves, okay?
And I'll just watch and laugh.
Alright, so we hop in the vehicle.
Yep.
All right.
To
We
the
hop in the
safe house,
vehicle.
Cadbury.
Then the bets, and then we have the bet transition.
Oh, that annoys me.
Did nobody hear what I just said?
Cadbury,
Safe
yes.
house?
Did anybody get that?
Nope.
No.
Oh, come on, Richie Rich. Cadbury.
Oh,
Who?
Come on.
it's been years
It's a
since
movie.
I've watched Richie Rich.
Yeah, that's like ancient man.
Can you
Yeah.
hear the music now?
I can.
Wait.
Okay.
No.
That means that Richard is ancient as well.
Playing it loud enough.
I hear the music.
Oh,
I
he's
heard the
just
music.
in life crisis.
Doompa kind of music.
It's a very smooth jazz kind of beat.
No. It's hip hop style music, but with an accordion.
Uh,
It's very French.
Yeah. But still
Alright.
hip
everything
sounding.
with
That's
an
why I
accordion
used
is
it.
very French.
So we make it back to the safe house, right?
Yes, you.
Mhm.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Then once we get to the safe house, obviously we're gonna enter in and go into the
Yes.
place. And once we get in there, I'm gonna open up the case. I'm gonna separate the stacks of money and pocket my stack and wait for everybody to get situated.
Wait, you're going to pocket your stack of bills?
Yep.
Wait. What happened to sharing fairly?
I'm pocketing my cut.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better if you just counted all the stacks just to be sure that no funny business happens?
Okay.
Point.
Nobody has trust in the leader.
why?
I'm just saying.
No. Seriously, I want to know, why would you be wanting to do that?
Because we're crooks and villains,
Yep.
and the best way to keep us honest is to just, act all nice-like.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna pocket it.
Just leave it all on the table for us to see.
And then we'll count it and make sure that everybody gets his fair share.
Okay.
All
If
right.
you say so.
Oh.
Don't know why all the mistrust, but
Don't
okay.
forget your bill.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I also put the bill on the table.
No, for that comment, you guys can foot your own bill.
Wait, what? So you're meaning to say that because we're sensible...
No,
you're not
because
gonna-
you don't trust me.
That's
Of course not. We're all villains.
I think
And
it's time
we
to gang
don't-
up on the leader.
And we don't actually know your Mind Blade. And in fact, nobody knows each other very well. You're, very new at this, aren't you?
Yeah. At least you got a rep, Scrapper.
Yeah.
Who
not trying to
are these
brag.
other jokers?
You know, I did have a few other jobs, but if it's gonna be mistrust that I'm gonna be getting from you guys, I don't know if you guys are gonna
boo.
be up to the task.
All about you, isn't it?
Typical. As
At
soon as the
least
money
I
shows
have-
up, the arguing show starts.
At least I have already talked about my powers and sort of. I have been very open with you people, and I think it's reasonable that we should be well.
By the way,
Well, that all of us would do that, including our leader.
I'll just post it.
There's that, and this feels like, the bad old 80s, where the boss man could just go, you've done a wonderful job, now I'm going to feed you to my flesh-eating piranhas, just to see if the trap works very well. Well, Mindblade, I've been told it's a new decade. Which decade do you live in?
I live in the decade where there was honor among thieves.
Well, honor is, trust is something that is earned, and that is given and given back, right?
Yeah, and since obviously you don't trust me with this, then
And why would I barely know you? I mean, give us after a few runs, yeah, then I can start trusting you. I mean, look, it ain't even a big deal, is it?
oh, it is. That's what you're not getting. You see, I trusted each one of you to have my back, and with this job that I was hired for, I trusted each one of you implicitly.
Uh-huh.
And
because
I didn't even oversee the transfer of money. I let you guys deal with it, and yet when, I want to take my share, oh, no, you can't do that.
Meanwhile, those spiders, like,
Let's see.
I think there's a misunderstanding here.
I think I would have been distrustful of anybody who just pocketed their share, not just you. Right? Doesn't everybody?
It is just, I believe it's just common decency to put everybody's share on the table so that nobody gets too many or too less.
I did.
Exactly.
It's not about trust, it's about decency. To see that everybody
Okay,
stacks.
out of character, I
and you
had
can
put
actually see
everybody's
it with our
stack.
own eyes.
Out of character, I put everybody's stack on the table. Evenly.
Yeah, you did. Just we want to make sure that everything is all on the table and all that. Just we've been
Yeah, let's
Some
say
of us
you were making a hassle because you didn't get to count the money and you were worried that Mindblade had gotten more than the rest. Okay, let's leave it at that.
I believe that's what the quarrel is about.
Yes.
Hmm. It's just something we just don't like, because a coalman would use such things and would make a huge hassle out of it afterwards just to, get some extra lucre. And we just want to make sure that this ain't one of those times,
Fine. He puts the stack on the table. Have at it. I'm done.
You need
And he
you
leaves.
need a money counting machine.
No, he actually leaves the safe house
Okay.
with his stack on the table.
Oh, that's good. Then that means you can take the money that you had from for the bill for yourself.
All right, we see our great leader just walking out, and I'll just look over. Right, are we going to take his money?
That would be dishonest. We just give him the bill later.
He knows how much he should have gotten, and when he actually counts the money, he will know if we took more than we should have. So
test.
no.
Agreed. Besides, it ain't fair, so let's not. And then we actually count the money, going, 2 grand! At least Scrap is going, 2 grand! And of
Supposed to be
course,
5 grand, but oh well.
oh well, whatever.
A lot of money.
Huge pile of money. And just, I'm willing to leave our great leader his fair share of moolah. That's...
And luckily that there is a lot of money because it was a very dangerous mission.
Yes.
The security there was over the top.
Top. It was top notch, yes.
Yes,
And you
but
ran
I
into a
just have the-
superhero. A Freedom League
Yes.
superhero, no less.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I just have the impression that I earned back my money that I invested. So it's
Actually, Dries, it's a bit more, but yes, you do feel like you want to get your money back.
Yeah, indeed, same here actually, but since our leader just threw a hissy fit, we are going to need to smooth talk him a little bit.
Oh, come on, baby, it's not like that. I do appreciate you.
I am literally the only one well, I don't know about Kirionox, but at least I am in the minority that actually made pure profit, because I'm like, I fingered my
Oh, yes! Out of all of you, Ghost Spider made the most out of it because he got a free outfit, he got a free sword, and now he gets a bunch of money.
Yeah.
It's clear who Mindblade likes the most. He's clearly playing
Indeed.
favorite.
Oh, basically,
It's clear that
it's clear that
he's the
Mindblade...
only one who actually trusts Mindblade.
Yeah, because he can probe
Because
his
we're not
mind.
sensible. Yeah.
He's the only one that he could probe. He could probe Ghost Spider's mind, so he's the only one he trusts because he knows everything about him. The other ones he doesn't trust because he can't reach their minds.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's distrustful and paranoid, yep. we
Anyway,
figured
guys, what's your
No,
next
not
move now that you
distrustful
got
and
the money?
paranoid.
that.
Just irritated.
Of course. Well, let's just leave this for the moment and see if we can smooth those ruffled feathers once
But it's
when
very
we
late
get
though, and I think most of you are pretty tired by now.
there. Yeah. It's probably...
Kirionox might just ask Scrapper, I think it was, who I think he said at some point, hey, do you recognize this guy, or something like that. He just thought that he's somebody other than Scrapper has also sort of been, what's the word? looked like they recognized him for some reason.